Welcome back to smirconish.com. This is the editor's report, and I'm your editor, Gili. It's been a really big week for news, especially for political news in Washington, D.C., and I'm even wearing my extra Read All About It newspaper shirt. So I wanted to emphasize, like I do every week, our critical thinking original content on the website. So I'm going to start with the more politically inclined critical thinking pieces. First, with Mark Olson, who wrote Biden's Blunder, about both Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and how they are connected to Burisma and how they're connected to the. Then Blair again wrote a piece called Trupism versus Conservatism, a Diverging Republican Party, where she discusses how there is like a big shift in the Republican Party between traditional conservatives and the more nationalistic Trump conservatives. Then we have James Cole, who wrote a piece called A Unique Form of Hypocrisy, and he really discusses Nancy Pelosi's position in the impeachment trial and kind of why she's being a hypocrite when she's quoting the founders of the United States of America and the Constitution. Then we also have a piece by the one and only Michael Smirconish called The Alternative Path to a Foregone Conclusion, which kind of details the different steps Trumps could take in the impeachment trial. Then for some less political news, we have Terry Arnold, who wrote a piece called Chronic Pain Sufferers Ignored in New Opioid Guidlines, which talks about the opioid epidemic of overdosing, but also how chronic pain sufferers are being. Then we have Jason Hawk, who wrote Should Apple Be Compelled to Assist Law Enforcement? There's been a lot of news about this recently, but basically Attorney General Bill Barr has asked Apple to unlock a terrorist iPhone, and as they have done in the past, they have said no, so he kind of discusses that debate and the pros and cons of that. Michael Archer wrote a piece called Killing the Birds, which is about how the Trump administration's environmental policies are really affecting wildlife in the United States and specifically. And then last but not least, as I do every week, wrote a piece called Mental Health is Just as Important as Physical Health. I detail why insurers should cover mental health just like they do physical health, and I kind of go into the history of mental health and how after the scientific revolution in the 1700s, medicine took a turn for the better and for the worse, and how in the modern era we're trying to fix that. In the last decade alone, there's been a lot of mental health awareness, so hopefully that'll be going in the right direction. So that's the wrap up for the week. If you have any submissions, essay submissions for our critical thinking section, please email them to editor@smirconish.com. We encourage all of you to email me. I'm looking forward to working with you, and have a fabulous weekend. See you next time.